I'm going to read my journal from an Emmanuel prayer time. This particular prayer time had to do with asking God if there was something I was struggling with that He wanted me to give up to Him. After having the time of silence and the appreciation moment, I then began to journal what I was hearing God say to me. One of the questions that came up before that time was, is there something that God wants you to give up to Him, or are you trying to handle it yourself? And here's what I wrote. Since I left ASP and full-time employment, this has been challenging for me, and I keep thinking I'll get used to this lack of structure each day and become more effective in the use of my time. But it hasn't happened. Am I trying to fix it myself on my own? And I waited, listening. Nothing. I began to feel nervous because I couldn't hear God speaking to me. I tried to relax. And then I think I heard Him say, "You can't. I will. But not in the way you think." And then this came. It's not the need to prioritize. It's the need to see things the way I see them, for what they truly are, for their true importance. Ask me. Talk with me. As you set your mind on doing something, ask me to tell you about it. Talk to me. I'll tell you its importance for that moment and whether you should do it or it would be better to do something else. Let me walk with you through each moment, each responsibility. And then the time was over, and I thanked God for talking to me. After that, about a week later, I was sitting in my office upstairs, frustrated. Jeannie and I were about ready to go on a trip, and I had a lot to do, and it seemed like I wasn't getting anything done. Then I remembered the passage from Psalms that we had read right before that Emmanuel moment that I journaled. And so I exhaled and tried to remember what I heard God tell me. And then He said, "Don't do what you're doing at your desk. What you need to do is go downstairs and mop the floor." Okay, mopping the floor was one of the things on my to-do list before we left town, but I thought doing my work stuff at my desk was more important. And God said, "No, go mop the floor." And you can't believe how much freedom I felt as I mopped the floor that day, realizing that I was doing what God wanted me to do and that He would take care of the rest. There's real freedom when you listen to what God has to say.